In a world filled with magic and mystery, a tiny baby ender dragon named Pink fluttered her shimmering wings, her heart buzzing with excitement for a new day of adventure. She loved exploring every nook and cranny of her island home and the sparkling waters that surrounded it. Today felt extra special, and she couldn't wait to see what secrets the world had in store for her. She took a deep breath of the fresh morning air and launched herself into the sky, a streak of bright pink against the blue. As she soared playfully above the ocean, a monstrous shadow suddenly darkened the crystal-clear water below. Pink hovered, curious, peering down to see what could cast such a massive shape. Her curiosity quickly turned to terror. Two glowing red eyes stared back at her from the depths. It was the zombie Megalodon, a legendary beast of the sea, and its menacing gaze was locked right on her. A shiver ran down her spine. With a panicked squeak, Pink flapped her tiny wings with all her might, pushing herself higher and higher into the sky, desperate to escape the monster lurking beneath the waves. Panting, she finally reached the safety of the island and landed on the highest branch of the tallest tree she could find. Her heart hammered against her ribs. But her relief was short-lived. The ancient tree creaked and groaned under her weight, swaying dangerously back and forth. She was stuck. She tried to take off again, but her wings were tangled in the leaves. Below, the zombie Megalodon circled the base of the tree, its massive jaws snapping, patiently waiting for her to lose her grip and fall. Hope began to drain from Pink's little heart. Was this the end of her adventures? Just as a tear welled up in her eye, she spotted something on the horizon. A figure was speeding across the water, leaving a white wake behind. It was a rescue jet ski, and riding it was the bravest man on the island, firefighter Carl Jacobs, famous for his incredible and daring rescues. A tiny spark of hope ignited within her. Carl saw her predicament immediately, his face set with determination. He wasn't about to let that zombie Megalodon get its snack. Carl steered his jet ski with expert precision, keeping a safe distance from the hungry shark. He reached into his waterproof rescue bag and pulled out something unexpected, a large, colorful kite. He quickly got to work, his hands moving with practiced speed. He attached one end of a strong rescue rope to the kite's frame. Then, waiting for the perfect gust of wind, he launched the kite into the air, aiming it directly towards Pink, who was still perched precariously in the swaying tree. With a few frantic flutters of her wings, Pink managed to break free from the branches and grab onto the kite's tail. She held on for dear life, her little claws gripping the fabric tightly. Her eyes were wide with a mix of fear and sheer amazement. Carl revved the engine of his jet ski, carefully pulling away from the island and towing Pink behind him. He expertly navigated the waves, ensuring her flight was as smooth and safe as possible, all while keeping a watchful eye on the frustrated zombie Megalodon below. Pink was flying, not with her own wings, but soaring through the sky like a majestic bird, the wind whistling past her ears. It was terrifying, but also the most exhilarating feeling she had ever experienced. Carl watched her from his jet ski, a proud smile spreading across his face. His crazy plan had actually worked. Pink was safe. He guided her in a wide arc, far away from the dangerous waters, and towards a safe, sandy beach on the other side of the island. With a gentle landing, Pink's feet touched the soft ground. Her heart was still pounding, but this time it was from the thrill of the adventure. She looked back at the ocean, a newfound respect for its power and its dangers blooming within her. She had survived. Carl soon joined her on the shore, beaching his jet ski. He walked over to the little dragon and gave her a reassuring pat on the head. He could see the bravery shining in her eyes and knew that this scare wouldn't stop her from seeking out new adventures. But for now, they both needed a well-deserved rest. As the sun began to set, casting a warm golden glow over the island, Pink snuggled up next to her new hero, Carl. Her eyelids grew heavy as she replayed the day's incredible events in her mind. It had been a day of great danger, but also one of incredible courage and the start of a wonderful new friendship. As she drifted off to sleep, she knew that tomorrow she would be ready for whatever came next.